So you've picked the electric bass. Excellent choice. From orchestra to jazz to rock and hip hop, bass is the foundation of all the music we listen to. My name's Miguel, and today I'm going to teach you the parts of the electric bass, proper playing position, and one simple song. Taking a look at the electric bass, you will find tuners at the very top. Next is the neck, and on top of that are the frets. Each fret marks a different note. On the other side, you will find the pickups, which allow the bass to be amplified. Lastly, all along the bass you will find the strings. The strings are numbered from 1 to 4, from thinnest to thickest. The thinnest strings, string 1, or the G string, you will find closest to your leg. The thickest string, string 4, or the E string, is closest to your chest. In between are string 2, the D string, and string 3, the A string. After getting familiar with these parts, it's time to get comfortable holding the bass. Starting with your left hand, which will hold the neck. First, place your thumb flat on the back of the neck like so. Then curl your fingers around the neck and onto the frets. Be sure to keep your thumb between your second and third finger. When playing the bass, the left fingers should also be spread apart in order to cover the space of 3 to 4 frets. Lastly, keep your wrist relatively straight but not too stiff. Now let's move on to the right hand, and again, we're starting with the thumb and placing it on the pickup. This may feel awkward at first, but you'll find it easier if you bend your right arm like a T-Rex, resting your forearm on the bass like so. To pluck the strings, use your index and middle finger in a light pulling motion towards yourself. While you may have seen bassists alternate the two fingers, for now, we will use both at the same time just to get a feel for the strings. Now that you know the proper body positioning when holding the bass, feel free to take as much time as you need to get comfortable with the instrument just by holding it, or even plucking the strings and pressing down on the frets. Now just before we start playing the bass, it is important that our instrument is in tune. The string names that I mentioned earlier, E, A, D, and G, stand for the note that each string represents. An instrument tuner such as this one, or one on a smartphone, will show you if your strings are making the correct notes. If so, the tuner will signify green. If not, the tuner will show another color, either right or left of the green marker. In that case, use the tuners to either tighten or loosen the strings to show green. Alright, so now that you're familiar with your bass and your bass is in tune, it's time that we played a song that's both fun and easy. So today we're going to learn Say So by Doja Cat. I'm going to go ahead and play the part for you, and then I want you to play along with me or try playing it by yourself. Feel free to pause as many times as you need to as we learn. You might have noticed that the song only has 4 notes, so let's go ahead and learn those notes. We start on the E string, string 4, the thickest string, and we're just going to play the string open, no fingers on it. So that's our first note. Our next note, on the same string, the E string, we're going to put our 4th finger, our pinky, on the 5th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's your second note. So far we have the open E, and then the 5th fret on E, And for the third note, we're going to go up to the A string, the third string, and again we're going to play the 5th fret with our pinky. So this is our third note. 5th fret on the A string. And then our last note, with our first finger, our index finger, we'll push down on the 2nd fret of the A string. That is our 4th note. 2nd fret on the A string with our first finger. So now we have open E, 5th fret on E, 5th fret on A, and 2nd fret on A. For each note that we play, we're going to pluck the note 3 times. It should sound a little like this. One more time. You'll notice that the third pluck on each note is longer than the first two. This is because while the first two are 1 beat, the third pluck is 2 beats. So if we were to count each pluck, it would sound like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Just keep practicing the song the way we played it together, and once you're comfortable, you can start playing the original bass part, which sounds something like this. Alright, you're sounding awesome already, but now it's time for you to practice and improve on your own. When practicing by yourself, always remember to keep the good playing position we talked about earlier. That means your thumb flat on the back of the neck, between your 2nd and 3rd finger on the fretboard, and your wrists straight and relaxed. On your right hand, that means keeping your thumb rested on the pickups, your index and middle finger plucking the strings, and your arm resting on the body like a T-Rex's arm, just like this. Well, that's everything I have for you today, and I hope you keep practicing and that you enjoyed everything we worked on, but until next time, keep on grooving.